Currently trending on Twitter, Janet Jackson, David Letterman, and Steely Dan all at once. Why are we talking about that? Because it's part of a segment that we like to do called Trend of the World, in which we just make up totally fictitious trending topics, pretend that they're real, and then hold up on our whiteboards what we would tweet in response to them. Let's get started. After the world champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers preseason win over the Texans, Tom Brady told reporters he's excited for their first game against the Cowboys. It's 10 days from now. And he says, it's time to get prepared for our first biggest game of the year. It's a fun little phrase there, so we're going to run with it. A lot of great matchups week one. So let's hold up what we would tweet in response to the hashtag first biggest game of the year, Peace Rags.
Why don't we start with the first game of the year?
Okay.
Bucks and Cowboys.
Yay.
We've got Dak Prescott on a pitch count, not taking any snaps in preseason. Hard Knocks, it's like they got him in bubble wrap. And yet, do you know what he's going up against that first game? Maybe the best defensive line in all of football. Can we get the Mahomes Super Bowl footage of what Dak Prescott will be looking at? Oh, baby. You're worried about keeping this guy under wraps during preseason? Just wait till week one. And they added to that. Vita Vea is going to be fully healthy. Sue is going to be rejuvenated even more. And then they added this rookie, Joe Tryon out of Washington, who has been flying all over the field for the Bucks. I think we could do all we want to protect Dak in the preseason and training camp, and that's all great. That all might be irrelevant come week one if the Buccaneers defensive line shows up like I think they will. I think this is going to be some type of game, and this might be Dak Prescott, and it might not go even as well as it did for Mahomes, and it did not go well for Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yakety sax.
That is the Benny Hill music.
All right, so I'll take your Bucks Cowboys and raise you a Steelers at Bills.
Okay.
And I'm saying Steelers at Bills because, guys, I think the Steelers are going to be a dangerous football team.
I'm hearing more and more of that lately.
I really do. And I didn't feel like that last year. But for some reason, when I see Najee Harris under center and then I watch the way Ben was executing his offense through the course of the preseason, the little bit of snaps that he got, I felt confident in them. And then on the reverse side of that, I know exactly what's going on with this Steelers defense. I mean, just, getting a guy like Devin Bush back into the fold. I mean, I talked at length about how much I love Devin White and how he flies around. Yeah. Devin Bush was doing the same thing before he went out, before he got injured. T.J. Watt, I think, is one of the best pass rushers. And I know Josh Allen is the man. And I know Stephon Diggs is the man. Yeah. But I'm a little nervous about that defense over there in Buffalo.
Okay.
And, ever since this offense has really taken off in Buffalo, I feel like the defense is kind of not played up to who they are, right? Sean McDermott, defensive head coach. Yeah. You just expect them, when he first took over, that defense was just a lot more physical. But I guess when you have to spend some of those resources on offense, your defense can't be as good as the offense is. And so, yes, Buffalo scores a lot of points, but if that defense doesn't come to play this season, man, it's gonna be a long year. And I know they got some draft picks in there, some pass rushers, some guys that's supposed to help things go a little bit smoother, but, to me, it starts up front. They got a lot of great skill positions on that defense, but it starts up front. Those linebackers, Edmonds, that's my guy. They have to come and play, but I'm looking at the Steelers winning this game. I really am. I'm making my prediction already.
Steelers
win. The Steelers at Buffalo.
In Buffalo. 10 days out, even more than that.
10 days out. 10 days out. Don't let me down, guys.
We've missed you here.
Don't let me down.
I've spent a lot of my preseason with the Chiefs on the sidelines with them, talking to people in the front office, in the organization, high-ups in the corner offices, and everything in between. Browns at Chiefs is fascinating to me because obviously this team wants to avenge a Super Bowl loss. They want to get back there, but, they get to get their revenge on this team right out the gate. They've been stewing since January on this loss, and I love this team. I love the Browns. I love Myles Garrett. I like Clowney. That's fine. Them drafting J.O.K. in the second round, though, and the way he can fly around, they had no answer for Travis Kelce in this game last year. He could be that answer. They've got Odell Beckham Jr. out there. He's in pregame warm-ups, highlight reels that are going viral. That's what they needed in this game against the Chiefs. They needed to help with the secondary. What did they do with the first round? They draft Newsome, who gets to practice against an elite talent like Odell Beckham Jr. in practice all of the time. So I think they made the right moves. I really, truly feel like the Browns have figured it out, and I cannot wait to see this game. It'll tell us right away where things stand in the AFC.
It's a great game.
Great game.
Playing this weekend, Baker.
And I'll get to this later. This team, I don't know how they're going to stay out of the Super Bowl. I don't know how they're going to do it, but we'll see at week one.
Hey, let me tell you what. Baker looks so confident.
He looked so good last night.
But coaches struggle with the one concept that all you need to know: if you can give a player some confidence, he will feel like he can take on the world. And you saw it last year. Baker was confident. He was confident in his run game. He was confident in where he needed to go with the ball. It's okay.
Yes.
I'm with you. I mean, I love the Browns.
No, I think the Chiefs
I
will
love
win.
the
I
Browns.
just want to see how far the Browns have
Chiefs too,
Confident or not, moving on to topic number 2 in a rare preseason occurrence. Eagles and Jets had a tie this weekend, 31-31. There's no overtime, and they had a tie thanks to a last-minute Hail Mary and 2-point conversion from the Jets. We love a crazy finish. We live for it. So let's pick our favorite crazy endings with the hashtag best ending ever. Peace Trey, give us something good from the vault.
We can go deep into the playoffs. We could do Minneapolis. We could do all this. We're talking week 1. Let's go to 1998.
There you go.
Phil Simms, Greg Gumbel, Garrison Hurst versus the Jets out in Candlestick. Take it away.
Somewhere in the game, you thought, well, they'll settle down, get some running going, and keep the scoring down, but it's been wide open from the start.
Hurst with a hole up the middle and breaks free. 30. Midfield. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. 96 yards to win the game.
Tuna.
So many faces. Tuna, overtime, walk-off 96-yard rushing touchdown. So good. I love it. Week 1.
Mooch was running around going, did we win? Did we win? Did he get in? He got in, Mooch.
Mo Lewis, come on.
1998 Triggs.
That's it.
What do you got, D-Haw?
I'm going back in the day, 2003.
What is that play?
What is that?
Week 16, the River City Relay. I didn't even know it had a name. Me and Kyle were just talking about it. Didn't even know it had a name. Throw it up there, man.
Our last play of the game. Saints are down.
Yep. And head coach Jim Haslett, who ended up being my defensive coordinator. I didn't know all the connections I would have to some of these guys. Beardman played against Michael Lewis. Deuce
McAllister?
Yes, sir.
Get it to Python.
Miss running back. Get it to Python. Aaron Brooks from my area. I mean, just all of these guys end up getting drafted to Atlanta the next year, playing the Saints, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
And Carney mixed the extra point, right?
Yes.
No, he missed it.
He missed it, right? I thought they won that.
He had made like 2,000 in a row.
Jim Haslett got so hype on the sideline.
He missed the extra point. They didn't win.
It's like, go for one. We got it.
One of the most ridiculous endings of all
On a
time.
missed extra point.
Yeah, they missed. Adams, I
City
follow that.
Relay. I don't have a name for this one, but this is it for me. Just because I was there, and it was the most shocking minute that unfolded in the world. Super Bowl 49 out in Arizona. I was in a super agent Eric Burkhart, head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, Cliff Kingsbury sandwich. Could not see anything. Beer everywhere. On the Patriots side, I worked for the Patriots at the time, so I thought, you know, it was over. We thought it was over. And then, boom, this happens. Ricardo Lockett, was it? That was who he was trying to throw to? Malcolm Butler comes up with it. And they win the damn Super Bowl. It was unbelievable. That was it for me. The most shocking moment I've ever experienced in football.
And afterwards, it was weird. The Patriots had to come out from the goal line, and there was a fight starting, and Gronk was fighting.
Michael Bennett.
Yeah, everyone was into it. Let's finish this up. The Ravens have officially set the record for the most consecutive preseason wins in NFL history. They've won 20 preseason games in a row, not losing since 2015. Different world back in 2015. Lots changed. So why don't we share what makes us think of that year the most? Like, what just brings us right back to 2015 with the hashtag Classic 2015. Peter, take us back.
You know, there's an oversaturated niche on Netflix and HBO and Showtime of the murder mystery, and it's 6 episodes, and wait till you see what happens, and it's a documentary, and this guy, and I know it. The Jinx. What's the Jinx? Andrew Jarecki, Robert Durst, New York City. The Jinx on HBO. The greatest 6-episode the guy making the film gets a red flag. I mean, gets a smoking gun. They film it. He's taped in the urinal, like the whole thing. This was the craziest 6 episodes of any HBO series ever. The Jinx. It dominated everyone's conversations for about 2 months, and now there have been a million shows trying to copy it and try to even get close to it. Andrew Jarecki and the Jinx. I'm ready for whatever that guy's got on next.
I've never heard of
I don't
this.
speak
Me
Jinx.
neither. I've never heard
None
of
of you
either.
guys?
But
No,
Peter.
I'm gonna
check
watch
it out.
The Jinx is
this
amazing.
Short, like 6
episodes
done.
will blow your mind.
I'm in.
That's when you were watching that in 2015?
2015.
Jay and Dan and going on the Jinx?
Absolutely.
Oh, Jen,
Very good morning
It's
football.
awesome.
None of you guys the Jinx?
I don't know the Jinx, Peter. I'm sorry. I wish I could
Did you
do
know
that for
Making
you.
a Murderer? Remember that?
Yeah.
That was trash compared to the Jinx.
Oh, wow. I thought that was
That's a
first
take.
class.
I gotta check that out then. I would check that out. Look, 2015, it was the last time I got the chance to touch the rock.
Okay.
So that 2015 brings me back to the last time I got the chance to touch the football on the football field. It was a fumble return against the Eagles, and it almost was like my linebacker buddy there, Mason Foster. He could have picked it up, but he was like, D-Hall, man, you go ahead and take that, man.
Parting gift.
I know you deserve it.
Like a
Parting
gold watch.
gift. Yeah, old man, go ahead and take that. Didn't have to do anything, but I tell you what, we won the division that year. So 2015, last time I touched that rock, man.
Beautiful.
Wish I could get it again.
Fall of 2015, it was nothing. I lived in New York City. It was not, and I couldn't afford to go for like 2 years until, but I was all, my name is Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton, all of this in the room where it happens. The King, all of it. Finally went. It was amazing. We tried to get Nate to go 90 million times, but this is all anyone in New York was talking about in like August-ish, around this time, right before the season started, 2015. It was released on Broadway. Cannot wait to see Broadway come back, by the way, this September.
D'Angelo, have you seen Hamilton?
I have.
In person?
About a year ago.
Yeah.
No.
So, Disney Plus.
Yes. Yes. But it was amazing.
We got to get you there
it was
in
amazing.
person. I'll go with
Oceans
you.
rise, empires fall. Let me end with something just idiotic. Two things were huge in 2015. Pizza Rat was a New York thing.
Oh, yeah.
And Crying Piccolo Girl was in the Villanova marching band during an NCAA tournament, just sitting there playing her piccolo, bawling her eyes out, and she became the symbol of fortitude. She goes on The Tonight Show and plays the piccolo with the band and the Roots and all that. Pizza Rat was dragging like a 12-inch slice up the stairs. There's your New York reference.
Yeah.
With due respect to the founding fathers, Pizza Rat is my New Yorker. That was 2015. It's pretty good.
You're like Lin-Manuel Miranda, with all due respect, Pizza Rat.
Pizza Rat.
Safe to say, Patrick Mahomes is ready for the season. Chiefs highlights coming for you up next right here on Good Morning Football. Man, did they look good, huh?
To remind you.